George Washington Carver. Standard SS1H1. Read about and describe the life of historical figures in American history. Identify the contributions made by George Washington Carver and Ruby Bridges. Learning target. I can identify the contributions made by George Washington Carver so that I can describe how he was influenced by the time and place. I am successful when I understand the contributions that he made and how his time is different from now, then and now. George Washington Carver. Vocabulary. Contribution. Well, it's the part played by either creating, inventing, helping, or bringing about as a result that helped others. Let me paraphrase that. It's a contribution. It's some way that someone helped the society, people in our society. In his case, the farmers. He told them how to rebuild the soil, to plant different crops so that the soil could replenish itself and be good soil at producing different crops. Then, the time in which he lived, which was long ago. Now, the time in which we live, which is considered present day. Scientist, a person who studies or has expert knowledge, knows a lot about, of natural or physical sciences. George Washington Carver, 1860s, January 5th, 1943. He was an American inventor. He was also a botanist, which is someone who is an expert in or student of scientific study of plants. He was someone that knew a lot about different plants, how they grew, what they needed to grow. He was one of the most prominent scientists of the early 20th century. Some interesting facts about George Washington Carver. He discovered over 300 products that could be made with peanuts, some of which included flour, ink, dyes, plastic, wood stains, soap, cosmetics, and peanut butter. From sweet potatoes, he made 118 products. Some include flour, candy, vinegar, rubber, and postage stamp glue. Well, you might be asking yourself, what is so important about George Washington Carver? Well, George Washington Carver invented over 300 uses for peanuts. Facts and achievements. George Washington Carver was born in Missouri on the Moses Carver plantation in 1864. Carver discovered over 300 products that can be made with peanuts, some of which included flour, ink, dyes, plastics, wood stains, soap, cosmetics, and peanut butter. From sweet potatoes, he made 118 products. Some include flour, candy, vinegar, rubber, and postage stamp glue. He was one of the most prominent scientists of the early 20th century. George Washington Carver died in 1943. Okay, what you're going to do is log in into Clever by going to the web address and using the mouse right-click. Then go down until you see Open Link, then click on Open Link, and you will log into Clever using your lunch number. Click on Brain Pop, click on Social Studies, and look under Famous Historical Figures, then click on George Washington Carver and watch the video. As an extension, what you can do is write 3 facts that you learned about George Washington Carver. List 2 contributions that he made. Now remember, contributions are what did he invent or create, or how did he help the farmers or people.